What's up, everybody? Random Recess is going back to back, baby, on our first back-to-back cruise on Utopia of the Seas. When we get back on board the ship, it's all about brunch at the Mason Jar. We might go check out putt-putt golf, and who knows, we might grab a drink at the Rising Tides bar. After, we're gonna check out some of the cool entertainment that Royal Caribbean has to offer as we get off the ship and then get back on the ship for another 4-night sailing aboard the world's second largest cruise ship. You know what time it is. It's recess time.
All right, y'all, it is debarkation day for the day 3 cruise, but we're on a back-to-back. This is our first ever back-to-back, so it's going to be really interesting to see this process. We're supposed to go to the Royal Theater by 8:45 a.m. It's what, close to 8 a.m.? We got to get out of the room. They got to clear everything out, get to a 0 count, but we'll take you along and see what this experience is like.
All right, this is our very first back-to-back cruise, so we're kind of excited to see how this process works as far as debarking and then re-embarking the ship. Do we have to get off? Do we get off? Do we stay on the ship? I don't know. They told us to bring our passport, and we have our sail and sign cards. I think we're gonna get new ones, so I'm excited to see how this works, how fast it is it efficient?
It was kind of a strange feeling last night because it was only night 3, but it was the end of the cruise. You know, the shortest cruise we've ever taken is 5 nights. So while everyone's packing, closing, we just knew that it wasn't over. It didn't feel like it was over.
Yeah, and we're not alone. There's about 600 back-to-back cruisers on this sailing that are carrying over to the next sailing. So we're here with 598 of our friends. That's a lot of back-to-backers. So a lot of people had the same idea to extend to a 7-night and just book 2 back-to-back cruises.
Clarification point, Royal Theater. We were like, wait a second. They were very nice. They were like, actually, you're supposed to be at the Royal Theater. Ooh, but I believe we go through the casino and that should do it. Get on to the other side. This is a really great casino. To be honest, it took us a second to get used to everything because, you know, the ship is huge. There are a few dead ends, but honestly, after a few nights in the casino and just honestly on board, you'll get used to it. But they have all the great games. We've definitely hit a dead end. Okay. Speak of the devil, the thing that I said that's gonna happen. We'll cut through the high limit. They do have a high limit area. It's nothing like Vegas, right? But a $25 blackjack, which does have 3 to 2. No single wheel roulette or anything crazy like that. They do have poker tables, which is pretty neat.
All right, we're back here in the Royal Theater. Again, this theater is beautiful. It holds a ton of people, so I think all 600 of us are gonna fit in here just fine. It's really nice to have a little pastry spread out for a little breakfast, a little continental breakfast, and they have juice and coffee as well. So nice touch. Thank you for providing that. That's neat. But yeah, we haven't gotten started yet. I think we're just waiting for everyone to show up. It is still a little bit before 8:45.
All right, y'all, we still have like 40 minutes. They do have coffee and tea, like Chris said, but I want my Starbies. So let's go see if Starbucks is open. I don't think it's gonna be open, but you just never know. It's like Starbucks is open.
All right, we grabbed our coffee from Starbucks, and we decided to stop here in Bolero's, right across the street, to sit and relax till 8:45. Maybe do some people watching, watch people get off the ship, or we have to go head down to the Royal Theater and do this whole exchange process. So it's kind of been a relaxing morning so far, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we left, got Starbucks, sat upstairs for just a little bit, came back down, and now there's a big line, but it is moving, so it's no big deal. All right, we're inside the Royal Theater. That line moved really, really quickly, so if you see a long line, don't worry, it does move fast. They have a table set up, so you can grab your new stateroom envelopes. You actually get a new SeaPass card, but you do get to keep your old SeaPass card. So if you collect those or you like want to hold on to it as a keepsake, then no worries, you don't have to give it back. But right now we're just waiting inside the Royal Theater. They're gonna call us. I think we have to debark the ship into the terminal. And what they said is they have to get all of the back-to-back cruisers into the terminal before we can re-embark the ship. So they said it could take a little bit of time, I guess, because they have to get the ship to a 0 count with passengers and then make sure that they account for all 500 of us inside the terminal. We'll see. I don't know how long that's going to take, but you know, hopefully we're back on the ship in not too long of a time. All right, we scanned off the ship with our old SeaPass card, and we're headed into the terminal now, just to head back onto the ship. All right, we're officially off the ship. And does that mean the world's biggest weekend is now over? Because technically it's Monday. So when we get back on the ship for the new cruise, is it still going to be the world's biggest weekend? Because it's going to be during the week? I don't know. How does that work? Royal Caribbean Marketing, let me know.
Look, y'all, the weekend is just a state of mind, right? Every day can be a weekend.
All right, that process was super easy. It was a little longer because we had to walk all the way to the terminal, back through immigration, and then back onto the ship. So a little bit of waiting in line, but let's get back on the ship. Just like that, we're back on board the world's biggest weekend. But it's not the weekend, so what do we call it? I don't know, world's biggest Monday.
All right, we just got back into our room. Because we're doing a back-to-back, we didn't have to wait because our room is already ready, and we already have our cards. The cool thing is, we weren't expecting this. We got hats again. Look at this. Different colors. We're hoping we can trade someone because we already have this blue one. And I kind of want the purple one. This way we'll have them all. We might have to ask our friends if they got it and we can trade. But look at this teal one. I think I'm going to wear this for sail away today. Well, that's so cool. This was originally the inaugural sailing. And then the ship was early. Like they were able to get a hold of it early. And so they added that 3-day sailing, which we just got off of. We just weren't expecting like any sort of gifts for this sailing. I wonder if we're gonna continue to get items and will it be different than the 3-night?
All right, we're headed out to go to brunch. That's right, on our first embarkation day, we hit up the Windjammer buffet. But on the second embarkation day, I think we're gonna forego all that craziness and we actually have brunch at the Mason Jar. We've never eaten there, and this is an exclusive restaurant just to Oasis class ships. I think the only other ship that it's on is the Wonder of the Seas. Now it's on Utopia. Let's go check out some Southern comfort food. All right, we're seated for brunch here at the Mason Jar on embarkation day of the second voyage. And it's our first time at any Mason Jar, and I have to say, the ambiance in here is great. It's very down home, very Southern, which, of course, that's the food here. It's giving kind of Art Smith's Homecoming vibes, but on a ship. So hopefully the food lives up to the same standard as like a Homecoming, but we'll see. The menu looks great though. The brunch menu is full of breakfast and lunch favorites. You have things like chicken and waffles, you have French toast, you have deviled eggs, so a lot of great Southern favorites and some good cocktails. So we got a couple cocktails to start, but yeah, this place is awesome. Love the way that it's decorated. There's an awesome bar that we may have to hit up separately, but right now we're here for brunch. So let's get our brunch on.
Yo, this is so cute. Look, the salt and pepper shakers are little mason jars on theme. Crystal and I are normally not brunch gays, but I think we might make an exception here on Utopia.
All right, Mason Jar is an extra pay restaurant, so you pay a fixed price. It's like most other prepaid restaurants that you go to on a cruise line where you pay up front and then you're able to just choose whatever from the menu. So word of caution, Abed and I ordered way too much food, I'm sure.
I don't know. Comment down below. When you're on a cruise, is there such thing as too much food? I don't think so. I gotta say, from the jump, the service has been great. Thank you, Michelle. You are serving us today. You're taking care of us. It's been so great. We're so excited. Like, I kind of want to do dinner. We'll see how this goes for brunch, but we might have to add dinner because I think we have a few open slots on this 4-night. Today's embarkation day on the 4-night, and we're here in Port Canaveral. And I gotta say, Chris and I are both Southern boys, and this feels so comforting. And we've been away from Austin for a while, and we're still in the South. And it's just nice to still have that home feeling. That's why Chris said like this reminds us of Homecoming at Disney Springs. You can take the Southern, wait, what's the saying? You can take the boys out of the South, but we're still in the South, so now I've gone cross-eyed.
All right, what Abed means is you can take the South out of the boys, but you can't take the boys out of the South. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that's the other way around. You can take the boys out of the South, but you can't take the South out of the boys. We are still in the South, regardless. It's like the Southeast, like going to the Bahamas, but that doesn't count, right? We're talking about the deep South. All right, you know us at Random Recess. We love a good bread service. Why do I think I'm gonna be full after just this? And we ordered so much food. So complimentary, they bring some doohickeys to the table. And you get some jalapeno cornbread. You get some Meemaw's buttermilk biscuits. Comes with Cajun butter and honey butter. Okay, honey butter biscuits. Hello. You also get pimento cheese with the traditional pimento cheese vessel of choice. Saltine crackers. All right, I'm gonna start out with the Meemaw's biscuits. Slather some honey butter on there. Let's go, this looks great. Honey butter is nice and sweet. Those biscuits are flaky. Gotta give that a 4 out of 5. The biscuits are really good, and that honey butter is really good. So the honey butter makes this. It's not the best biscuit I've ever had, but it's still really good.
All right, y'all, I had to try the pimento cheese. We ordered so much food, I'm gonna have to really pace myself. Just remember, anything that isn't finished goes to the fishes. This is a solid pimento cheese, y'all. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. Like, this is absolutely delicious. Cheddar's fresh, pimentos, like, I'm pretty sure they make this in-house. Wow. Mason Jar Brunch has so many great drinks. I decided to get the PB&J Old Fashioned. And look, it's cute. It comes with these, I guess, PB&J sandwiches. I think this is a pro tip because you can already tell the bottom is soggy because it's on the drink. And there's ice. Like, eat the sandwich first. So let's try that first. You know, I always had a glass of milk with my PB&J sandwiches. That's a mistake. Bourbon. Bourbon is the go-to now. I mean, we're adults now. Why not? Yeah, there are no light pours here. This is a hefty drink. I mean, an old fashioned is like essentially bourbon. This is great. I gotta give this a 5 out of 5. It is sweet. It tastes like peanut butter, but I love peanut butter. So if those are flavors that you enjoy, if you like old fashions, this is fabulous. 5 out of 5.
I got the Far From Manhattan. Comes garnished with candied bacon. So it has some smoked bourbon and candied bacon. Guys, look at that. Every drink is made better with bacon, am I right? Let's take a sip. Yeah, you get that smokiness. That smoked buffalo trace is really, really good. Super smooth. You get a little smokiness from the bacon too, but a little sweetness because it's candied. Let's take a bite. Candied bacon, super delicious. That's a great cocktail. All right, so we got the Johnny cakes. So if you're not familiar with what a Johnny cake is, it's similar to cornbread a little bit, but it's like a pan-fried cornmeal cake. This one is really, really good. It's a nice base layer for all of the meat that's on top of it. So there's like pulled pork, we got some barbecue sauce, pickled onions, to add a nice little acidity to the dish, and it's topped with crispy chicken skin, which makes a really nice textural element to the dish. This is excellent. This is really, really good. Everything works really well together. Super savory. I gotta give this 4 out of 5. This is really, really good. I just wish there was maybe a little more crispy chicken skin because that was awesome.
Yeah, I would say the ratio of chicken skin on the Johnny cake, you know, because of the size, is kind of off. But where you get the right amount is these deviled eggs. Y'all, this is so good. They're creamy. These are some of the best deviled eggs I've had. That's why it's a 5 out of 5. I mean, the crunch factor of the chicken skin with the creaminess of the filling, and the eggs are cooked perfectly. Absolutely a Southern classic. Done really well here at Mason Jar. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. I don't care. It's almost like a liquid anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like pretty heavy on the mustard for the filling with the yolks, but that's nice because the mustard has a nice like acid bite to it. That chicken skin is salty, it's crunchy. It plays really well against the softness of the deviled egg, and the deviled egg seasons perfectly. That is a really good deviled egg. I agree with the bet. I got the breakfast biscuits, which is the buttermilk biscuits with the homemade gravy, scrambled eggs, and breakfast meats. I think there's potatoes on here too. This is excellent. I gotta give this a 4 out of 5. It is a little bit salty, but I'm gonna look past that because it's actually really good. The eggs are cooked perfectly. Of course, the biscuits are good, and that gravy is really good as well. But yeah, like I said, just maybe a little salty, but other than that, highly recommend this. This is gonna be a good breakfast, y'all. Or brunch. This is gonna be a good brunch.
All right, y'all. So it's brunch. I love me a good po' boy. There's an option between shrimp, so it's fried shrimp or oysters. Not feeling oysters right now, but I love me a good po' boy. Now, when we sell Carnival, they have Emeril Lagasse's restaurant on there, on all 3 of the XL class ships. And honestly, we've never had a bad meal at any Emeril restaurant, and his po' boys are so good. So will this live up to it? Based off the bread feel and smell, no, but because this is definitely not authentic, but let's try it. I'm tasting mostly sauce. Definitely not a lot of shrimp, but you know what? I don't care. I'm not really picking up on the shrimp. The bread isn't the right bread, but the sauce and the combination of everything, the fresh vegetables, I can't in good conscience give it a 5 out of 5 because it's not. Like I said, not enough shrimp and, you know, the bread, but, you know, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm not going to be over the top and mean about this. Is really good. That sauce is killer. They can put this sauce on the burger or anything. Man, Chris, I want your take on this. I really enjoyed it. Maybe it was just euphoria from this amazing sauce.
All right, let's see about this po' boy. If that's right, this is like a Subway roll. It's like a hoagie. It's not French bread. Normally you need that like crackly French bread, but he hyped up the sauce, so let's taste it. Oh my god. Yeah, that's super saucy. That's why I bet really likes it. That shrimp is nice and crunchy. It's too much bread. It's way too much bread for the filling that's in it. So you do get a lot of bread. But that sauce is really freaking good. I gotta give it to him. Because it's too much bread, I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. But that sauce redeems it for sure. It's really good. It's got a like nice little Cajun kick to it. It's super creamy, and they definitely put a lot on here, so the sandwich isn't dry at all. This is really good.
Oh my god, y'all. Best fries at sea. Best fries at sea. Did he just say that? Yeah, 5 out of 5. Oh my god. The seasoning that's on here, these are like real potatoes cut and cooked here. These are some of the freshest potatoes. You know what? They're gonna say, oh, they were probably frozen, and maybe they are. I don't know, but like, this is how I like my French fries. Like, Chris is gonna hate these because they're a little soggy, but I love that. There is a crunch. They're not like soggy and soaking in oil, but wow, the texture, the flavor of the seasoning that's on here. This is how my mom makes French fries. I think it's just nostalgia. Like, this is how my, growing up, we would have French fries. Man, put this in the sandwich and it goes to a 5 out of 5.
Agree to disagree a bit, politely, respectfully. I feel like the fries at Playmakers are way better than this. The seasoning is good. The seasoning on the fries is very good. But the texture of the fry, it is a little soggy. And it kind of depends on the fry that you get. Some of them had a little crispier outside. Some of them are like more soggy and, a little inconsistent, but that seasoning is good. I do think the fries at Playmakers, though, the Playmakers fries are better. All right, y'all, we are idiots. Why didn't we do this before? It just now dawned on us. You gotta take a fry. You gotta dunk it in the gravy. Dunk it in the gravy, get it all nice and gravied.
The best part of Derek.
Let's be real, gravy is the superior dipping sauce. Better than ketchup, better than ranch. It's all about gravy. Gravy goes with everything. Dip everything in gravy. I love it.
Yeah, us Southern boys, gravy runs through our veins. I'm telling you that. Also, being Lebanese, so does hummus. But yeah, there's nothing better than going to Dairy Queen and getting extra gravy, if they can remember to put it in your bag. But wow, it took us almost the entire meal to do this. Rookie mistake. That's your pro tip.
To top off the meal, we had to get the cinnamon roll. This thing is massive. It's huge. It's like the size of my head. Not quite. I have a giant head. But anyway, look, it's huge. It comes with extra icing, but how cute is this little mason jar, right? Royal Caribbean might be missing one little mason jar after this. I'm just kidding. Don't steal, children. Don't steal. It's bad. But I wonder how many of those do go missing, because they are adorable. But all right, a couple notes. The icing is really good. These candied nuts on top are also very good. They add a nice little crunch. The cinnamon roll itself is pretty tough. It's kind of chewy, which means I think they overworked the dough. And also the filling, there needs to be way more of it. So like the cinnamon sugar filling, they need to put double what's in here, because it's really just bread with a hint of cinnamon and icing on top. So that being said, portion size is great. It's not great, but it's not the worst I've ever had. It just needs some work. All right, so mason jar, take this to heart. We still love you, but the cinnamon roll needs some work, okay, babe?
I'm going in for the center, because we're kind of full anyway. Oh, yeah, there's like nothing in here. Look at that. But the center, though, that's gotta be like super moist. Oof. 100% agree with Chris. It's okay. I would almost say triple the amount of cinnamon sugar filling that's in here. But, we're full. We had an amazing time. I agree with Chris. Like, we'll come back to Mason Jar. We'll definitely maybe do dinner. I don't know about this sailing, but I would even do brunch again. Look, you pay one flat fee, you get fed like this amazing food. There's nothing wrong with it. We're cruising. We're having a great time. Oh my God. Brunch was so good, y'all. We don't sail away. We sail away a little earlier because we're actually going to the Bahamas next, and I think they just need more time. But now we're going to kind of explore a little bit more. I mean, we've already been on this ship for 3 days, but it's getting kind of crowded. We got to go back to the room real quick. Embarkation day is always hectic. I got to say, it feels like this sailing is a little busier, so it'll be interesting to see if there's more people on this sailing than there was on the last. It feels busier, but technically this was the original inaugural before magically the ship was ready, like 3 days early. But yeah, let's go explore the deck a little bit. Oh my god, y'all, the elevators again are just so much better than any of the Excel class ships that Carnival's made. Not sure how Carnival created and built the worst elevators on any ship.
All right, we're here on embarkation day, and what better activity right when you get on the ship than mini golf? You should do mini golf right when you get on the ship because A, the ship's not rocking and rolling, and B, it's not as busy. There's nobody out here. The mini golf course here on Utopia of the Seas is underwater sea themed, so there's sea animals everywhere. We got a whale, I think we got a clam and a starfish and all sorts of other things. I don't think this is as themed as the one on Icon of the Seas, but it is still very themed and it looks great. Super vibrant colors, and the holes don't look super easy either. So, and we'll attempt to play some holes. It's hot out here. We may need to go inside and grab a drink.
It's definitely busier here, but Chris and I decided, you know what? Let's go to the Solarium. Everyone's going to be doing sail away. And honestly, we were burning up playing mini golf. So we're going to head up, change, and go to the Solarium for some adult time, some hot tub time. What could be better than that? Sail away in a hot tub. You got to do it on the way to the Solarium. Y'all know we're going to do it. Got to grab a tornado.
Don't judge us.
Thank you, Chris, for the drink. What did we get? Cheers. What did we get?
The lime and the coconut. A classic drink here on Royal Caribbean, and they actually came in the buckets this time. On the previous cruise when we ordered them, they just came in boring glasses, so I'm glad that we got the bucket.
You're a fish in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
Go up to it and look down. All right, Chris, we're leaving.
We're sailing away finally. A little late, but that's okay. I think we're supposed to push off at 3:45, and it's like 4:15 or something. I don't really care. We're in a pool and we're enjoying ourselves and we're drinking and we're with friends. So we're ready to go on our second cruise in less than a week.
Peter, what do you think? We're about to sail away.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm enjoying this time being in the Solarium, just like chilling out more than the party pool time.
Less boots and cats this time.
Yeah.
We've officially sailed away for a 4-night cruise here on Utopia of the Seas. I'm so excited. Look who decided to join.
Hey, do you think they're gonna blow the horn anytime soon?
What horn? I don't know if you can hear that, but we have I'm just kidding. No, this is awesome. We're in the Solarium right now, and we're just having a blast.
Yeah, the Solarium is so nice. The adults only section here on, well, I was about to say Oasis of the Seas, here on Utopia of the Seas. And we're in like this clear pool that overlooks the front of the ship. This is awesome. Bar service has been great. They come to the pool and serve you. And yeah, it's just a nice, cool, chill atmosphere. Total different vibe than out there on the pool deck where they're bumping the loud music and people are partying.
In our first cruise video, which is the 3-night video, the inaugural cruise sailing here out of Port Canaveral, we did the sail away party. But for this back-to-back cruise on the 4-night, we decided, you know what, let's relax a little bit. Let's try to relax. Oftentimes, Chris and I feel like we just can't, or like we don't make time for it. But here's your pro tip. You gotta make time for it. No matter what you're doing, filming a video or you're just on vacation, you don't have to be go, go, go all the time.
We're gonna relax, gosh darn it.
All right, Chris, you have a few more minutes of relaxation, then we gotta go.
That's right. We have 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to relax before we have to go do our next thing, right?
Hold me, sunlight. Hold me, feel like washy, everybody, all your time. Good morning!
Washy time. I gotta say, Carnival, take note. This is how it's done, okay? I never feel like Carnival's like gross or anything, but this is how it's done. All right, we just wanted like a quick dinner right after the Solarium. We've already sailed away like we said, so we stopped by the Windjammer buffet. Guys, the moment we saw these corn dogs, they looked so good. These look like they're hand dipped. These, like, they're made here. They smell amazing. They look fresh. There's a crunch. And we all know the best foods are shaped like, you know what. Let's give it a shot. Y'all, the crunch on this is hand battered. Someone's gonna comment down below, no, it's not, it comes in frozen, but it feels and tastes hand battered. The wiener that's in here tastes really good, and the batter is just a little sweet. It's got the right crunch. I'll put my plate up on the screen. As you can see, I filled my plate up with way too much stuff. Eggplant parm, rice and yogurt, which is comfort food for me, and I got some steak. We'll see how much I can eat, but great start to the meal. I don't know if they have these on all roller ships, but if you're coming on Utopia, it's at least here on night 1 and embarkation day for dinner. Get the corn dogs. 5 out of 5.
Dinner here at Windjammer did its job. Not everything was great, but some stuff was. As buffets do, it's a little hit or miss, so it kind of just depends on what you get. So the corn dogs were fire. Oh my god. First off, corn dogs on a buffet, hell yeah. And they were good, they're fresh. Those were delicious. The steak was good. You know, the mac and cheese was kind of okay. The rib was okay. The other stuff was okay. The fried chicken was just okay. But yeah, the Windjammer overall has such a great selection of food. And honestly, out of all the cruise buffets that we've eaten on, Windjammer is my favorite. It just has so many options and everything is really fresh. But, you know, it is still a cruise buffet at the end of the day. Oh, should we do the Rising Tides bar?
Let's do it.
All right, we ended up here at the Rising Tides bar. This is a cool bar because it's in the Royal Promenade and it actually rises from deck 5 all the way up to deck 8 into Central Park. I don't know when it starts to rise or how often, but we got a couple cocktails. I got a Curacao Cosmo. Of course, it's made with vodka, blue Curacao, lime juice, some other stuff. We'll put the ingredients on the screen. I bet it's gonna be blue. There's some live jazz going on in the Royal Promenade. It's a pretty good vibe down here tonight.
This is definitely giving lobby bar on steroids. Like, the fact that it rises from deck 5, the promenade, all the way up to Central Park. So I think when you're on it, you have to ride it all the way up to Central Park, which is deck 8. So we might have locked ourselves in for an adventure, but I don't know. I don't think it takes too long. Really excited to experience this. We're gonna rise with the tide.
So the Rising Tides bar leaves or departs every 30 minutes, and it takes 7 minutes to rise and 7 minutes to come back down, I think. Then it stays down here for 30 minutes. I think is what he said, right? Curacao Cosmo, it's a beautiful blue-green. It's not just blue. It's got that bright red maraschino cherry in it. Let's taste it. Ooh, that's good. It's a little sweet, so if you don't like sweet drinks, probably not gonna be for you, but that's good. You can't even taste the vodka in it, which is a little dangerous. But that's a yummy drink. I gotta give it a 4 out of 5. It is just a little sweet, but other than that, it's an excellent, excellent Cosmo.
I got the desert pear margarita. I feel bad. Chris originally ordered this, and I was like, but I want it. And let's get different drinks so we can show different drinks. So he was kind enough to let me drink it. But look at this, it's got black sea salt on there. Are you salt or no salt? When you rim, do you rim with salt or without? I'm a salt boy. That is one good margarita. Honestly, I've had some good margaritas in my day. Chris and I are Texas boys, so we know our margaritas, but wow. I don't know. I think I'm feeling generous. I'm handing them out. 5 out of 5. This is really, really good. It's not overly sweet. The tequila, there's, I think, Patron Silver in here, which is perfect for me for a margarita. It checks all the boxes. Sweet, tangy, you know, sour. Yeah, and that black sea salt, that's good.
All right, the doors are closing. We're about to rise with the tides at the Rising Tide. Ooh, we are moving very slowly, but we're moving. What did the scooter bar do to everyone? No one's over there. It's empty. All right, we made it to the top. That was the slowest elevator ride ever. You know, if you have reservations at Chops or 150 Central Park, maybe don't take the Rising Tides bar unless you have a lot of time. But hey, if you want to get here like 30 minutes early and take it up from the promenade and have a little pre-dinner cocktail, that might be a cool way to start your dinner off.
To Chris's point, yeah, if you have dinner reservations, maybe don't take this. But if you have time, I kind of wish Chris and I had done this when we ate at 150 Central Park. We ate there during our first sailing, which was the 3-night. This is really nice. I think we're gonna have to do this again. We have we're doing the Izumi Hibachi later on this trip, So I think it'll be perfect. Start down there, grab a cocktail, and rise up, and then go have some dinner.
All right, we're on the way down. We're almost back to deck 5. The drinks were good. Time to move on. This was a nice, relaxing, chill spot. But we got to figure out what else to do. There's a lot going on around the ship. We're off. We're back on land. We're actually on the deck. So, are we going to go to the casino at that? Is it casino time? I think it's casino time.
We decided to book All In, which is playing here at the Royal Theater. This is a big production. I think this is their newest show. Honestly, all I know is that drones are involved, so we're going to take you along. I don't know what to expect here, but everyone seems to rave about this show, and honestly, Royal Caribbean's shows have surpassed my expectations. So apparently there's drones, there's lasers, there's all sorts of, things going on here. All In, I thought it had to do with going all in poker, but Chris quickly corrected me.
I wouldn't say quickly, subtly, and with grace is how I corrected him.
It was aggressive.
No, me? Never. I'm never.
This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Yeah, let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. It's very deep inside me, but I feel it's something you should know. Oh, I will never forget you. You'll always be by my side. You'll always be by my side till the day I die. Funny how we both end up here, but it's with you. Sometimes you just gotta know that these things fall through. But I'm still tired, I can't hide my connection with you.
All right, we just got out of All In, which is the show in the main theater, the Royal Theater here on Utopia of the Seas. And I have to say, I don't know what I was expecting going into it, but that show blew me away. It was so good. The music was amazing. They definitely used contemporary hits with like old school songs, and they really mixed them in a really creative way. The performers were amazing. At first, when it started out, I kind of thought it was going to be like a variety show or just like your standard cruise singing show, but then acrobats dropped from the ceiling and lasers started happening. They had a drone show in the middle of it. Inside the theater, they had a drone show. That was really cool. The production of that show was absolutely fantastic. Like I said, the performers were great. The music was awesome. That show really surprised me. This just shows, again, how much care Royal puts into providing really top-tier entertainment for their cruise guests. Between the Aqua Show and now this show in the main theater, Royal's 2 for 2 on Utopia of the Seas. All right, Utopia of the Seas is definitely a happening party ship. It's the world's biggest weekend after all. And right now, after the show, there are 2 parties going on at the same time. So we have to determine which one we want to go to. There's a One Hit Wonders party up on Royal Promenade, and there's like a college party down here at the attic. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like a beer pong tournament or something. Maybe we should go check both out. All right, it looks like this college party is happening inside the attic. They have tables set up for beer pong, flip cup. They might do some boat racing, I don't know. Listen, our college days are behind us. We can't drink like that anymore, but we'll let the younger generation have this. We might go check out that One Hit Wonders party though. That sounds more our speed.
There is just so much going on at the same time. I don't even know if you can hear me. It's so loud, but it is the world's greatest weekend during the week or whenever, I guess. But yeah, it is a party like all the time.
That's gonna do it for this recess video. If you love cruise and travel content, you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 10,000. That's our goal by the end of the year. We also want to say thank you to our members. If you're interested in joining our YouTube membership, become part of the Random Fandom, hit that join button and get extra perks. Thank you all so much. We'll see you on the next one.